When you think about aging, is your goal to live as long as you can or to stay healthy, active, and feel your best as you age? I think most of us would say the second one. To keep doing the things that you enjoy and feel strong as you age, there are several key areas that you can look at that can really make a meaningful difference. And the good news is it's never too late to start. My name is Martha McKittrick. I'm a registered dietitian and a certified diabetes care and education specialist. And I've been in the field for 20 years. And I want to give you some tips today that you can start working on. One of the most important things you can do as you age is to focus on preserving or building muscle. Unfortunately, as we age, we lose muscle mass, and this can start as early as in your 30s, where we can lose 3 to 8% of muscle per decade. And once you hit your 60s, it can really accelerate. And having enough muscle is really important. It helps with strength and balance and lets you stay active. So the two things that you can do to help with this would be to strength train and consume adequate protein. It's recommended you strength train 2 to 3 times a week, and this can be with bands, free weights, dumbbells, your body weight. If you're not sure where to start, check in with a personal trainer. And just being active in general is important, whether it's walking and also doing some cardio. And the next thing would be protein. I find many of my clients don't eat enough protein earlier on in the day. Maybe they do great at dinner with a large piece of protein, but during the day, they're just not having enough. And this is important, especially as we age, because our bodies do need protein earlier on in the day. It helps with energy levels, and your body's been fasting all night. You can start to break down muscle mass. So by having protein in the morning, it can help. Just try to get in a protein source, whether it's Greek yogurt, eggs, cheese, meat, fish, chicken. I'm even okay with protein shakes if that helps you get protein in if you can't get it in from your diet. The next area to focus on is bone health. And this is really important because as we age, we lose bone. 1 out of 2 women and 1 out of 4 men will experience an osteoporosis-related fracture over the age of 50. So it's important to get your bones screened, to check for osteoporosis and do what you can to strengthen your bones because there's a lot of things that you can do. Weight-bearing exercise and resistance training is very important to keep the bones strong. You also want to make sure you get enough calcium in your diet. This can come from dairy products or non-dairy products like plant-fortified milks, tofu, leafy greens, canned salmon with the bones, nuts and seeds have a little bit. Check your vitamin D levels in your blood. You want them to be at least 30, and you may need a supplement both from vitamin D or from calcium if you can't meet your needs from food. You just don't want to take mega doses of calcium supplements. And other nutrients like magnesium and vitamin K are important also for bone health. The next area to focus on is blood sugar balance. And this is really important even if you don't have diabetes, because how your body regulates blood sugar can impact your energy levels, your mood, your overall health, including your cardiovascular health. It can also impact your brain health. Newer research is showing how your body regulates sugar over time can impact your cognitive function. So there are many reasons to really work on blood sugar balance. And there are many things that you can do to help improve it. One of the tips I like to start with is to consume balanced meals, because when you have some protein, some fat, some fiber, some carbohydrate at the same meal, you're going to get a slower rise and a slower fall of blood sugar, so you're not getting those spikes. And another thing that you could do would be to choose slower digesting carbohydrates, things like whole grains, legumes, fruit, starchy vegetables versus sugar-rich refined carbs, like a lot of sugar or sweetened drinks or a lot of white processed carbohydrates, because again, that will help to slow the rise and the fall of blood sugar. It's also important not to go too long without eating, because then you will get blood sugar drops, which can impact your energy levels and your ability to stay active. The next area to focus on is prioritizing sleep and recovery. And I find this is an area a lot of people don't think that much about. We know if you get a poor night's sleep the next day, you're probably really tired, your mood might be off, you might feel hungrier, you might not have the energy to do the things that you want to do. But what a lot of people don't know is that chronic poor sleep can have a major negative impact on your health, including risk of diabetes, weight gain, and cardiovascular disease. So it's really important that you try and address it. However, I know it's easier said than done, because this is a huge problem for many of my clients. You can start with the basic things like trying to maintain a regular sleep schedule, try to have like a wind down routine before going to bed. But if your sleep problems persist, it's important that you talk to a doctor about it to rule out any other medical conditions. Another important thing is to pay attention to recovery. As you get older, you've probably noticed you feel more tired than you used to. You can't do the same type of exercise as you used to, maybe, and that's okay. So it's just important to realize this is a part of aging. Give your body more time for recovery. Take some naps if you need to, but this will help you to stay active longer. And my last tip is to really think about staying consistent. Don't feel like you have to be perfect. I find that many people get kind of overwhelmed because there's so many things they think they should be doing, or they read about this diet or this supplement, and there's so much information that you actually end up kind of doing nothing. So I'm really all about making one small change at a time. Maybe make a list of things that you want to do. Think about prioritizing protein. Are you getting in enough protein at breakfast? Are you trying to move your body during the day? Is there a way you can get some weight training in? And so it's all about setting small goals and doing one thing at a time. And in terms of nutrition, just really quickly, there's no one perfect anti-aging diet. I'm really more about what kind of foods can we add in that have an anti-inflammatory effect, full of antioxidants, and these are things that I do in my private practice. So if you're feeling kind of overwhelmed with all this information, you want a personal plan to help you with your protein and all your nutrient-rich foods, reach out to me. I would love to help you. Contact me on my website.